Let's consider for a moment that you picked up this new season's Battle Pass, using code Mista at your checkout, of course, and you want to get all of these awesome cosmetics, but Battle Royale is just, for one reason or another, not the way you want to do it, and none of the other game modes are doing it for you well. Down here at the very bottom of the shop, you can pick up Save the World through the Ghoul Punk pack. This will not be available forever, but it is currently the only official way to pick up the game. You're going to get Zombie Penny and a bunch of other cosmetics, plus 1,500 V-Bucks unlockable through playing Save the World, and of course, access to the game itself. Save the World is actually a really good source of XP. You can get Battle Pass XP from missions and quests. That's what we're going to be showing in today's video, and we're going to be covering the best quests, or at least the best missions that you want to do to actually unlock it. So quests are the easy ones to show. I have daily quests. I actually unlocked V-Bucks because I bought a Founders Pack back in 2020. Those have been discontinued since then, but everybody who gets the game today can still get a bunch of gold, which is good if you actually want to play the game. Battle Pass XP, which is of course the topic of today's video, and X-Ray tickets. X-Ray tickets are a Save the World only thing. They allow you to buy llamas in the shop, and these vary day to day, and it changes depending on what's available. And then of course the gold can be spent in the event shop. So if you are strictly focused on XP, power level does not matter. You can play any single game or any single mission in the entire game, and they will give you Battle Pass XP. It's not shown here, but we have a spreadsheet that I'll be going to and from throughout this video that showcases exactly what I'm talking about. So Retrieve the Data is the one with the balloon, like right here. Again, power level doesn't matter. Power level 9 will give you just as much as a power level 160. That is going to give you 51,800 XP. This was updated by Archer. Thank you so much. He puts in a lot of the data, and I made the original sheet, and he does a really good job. So these different bonuses are where, like, if you find the balloon quick enough, or if you do multiple rounds, like in the Ride the Lightning, it should be on here somewhere. I'm being blind right now. Is Ride the Lightning not on here? As it turns out, I scrolled down. So Ride the Lightning has multiple stages. So there's wave 1 and wave 2, and those give differing amounts of XP. And badges can be unlocked through like utility, combat, exploration, and something else that I'm forgetting. Basically, there are 4 key things you can do. And if you go in game, you can see them. But we're assuming you're doing all of those in certain mission types. So you get about 10,000 extra from that. And speedrunning is only available on specific missions. And that is if you go quickly. So like with the category 4, there's a certain amount of time you have to place down all of the different atlases. And then if you don't do it before then, you lose the speedrunning bonus. That's basically the gist. And then we're approximating that you do all of that. And then this is the total XP that you can get per mission. And this last one here is time to complete. All right, this is a very rough estimation. If you want to go to File, make a copy, and make your own version of this sheet, you can break down how quickly you think you can complete these missions. These are our very educated best guesses, and then at the end it just sums it up. So currently encampments is back on top as the best way to get XP and Save the World, and that's honestly nice to see, because Destroy the Encampments is just a series of destroying stuff. In fact, let me show you. So this is a video I love to show. This is just us using the Discharger shortly after release. This is one of the strongest weapons in the entire game. This is kind of how encampments go. You basically start an encampment, a bunch of enemies spawn, and you kill all of them as fast as you can. And they updated the mission so that when you complete every single encampment, instead of a 20-minute timer that you can't skip, the game just ends as soon as you're done. So you can actually get through it very quickly. We did not in that example, but I'm guesstimating that a high-level player who kind of knows what they're doing can go to Stonewood and just rush through this in probably 5 minutes if you get really lucky spawns, and that's always nice to see. Now, if we actually continue down the list, there are some other options here like Crypts and Inferno, which are great to show. I have my dungeon playlist ready here because Crypts and Inferno are very, very nice. They are easy to speedrun. Crypts is the first one you unlock, and I actually have a dungeon speedrunning guide specifically for Inferno, and this will be linked in the description down below. Those are available with our current season. If you just go to dungeons, they're right here. Crypts is the first one you have. It's the only one you have unlocked to start. And when you run Crypts and complete it at any power level, there is no requirement for power level in anything I'm talking about today, you'll unlock the lab and the Inferno. So they're basically right there right away. And these are really, really good, especially now. If you plan to be a Save the World player and you actually want to play the game, there is a cram session event going on right now where if you get safes and you loot them, you get a ridiculous amount of gold. This quest gives you 9,000 gold total, and of course, in that playlist that I linked down below, I have a whole guide on exactly how to get safes very consistently. There are 3 guaranteed spawns in Inferno, and you can do Inferno quickly with very little practice in about 5 minutes. And you don't even need to do it fast. I'm just saying you could get all 10 of those quests done within 2 hours. That's why the thumbnail says 10,000 gold in 2 hours, because you're going to get 9,000 from the quest, and running it 10 times should net you over 1,000 gold, just to round up a nice 10,000 so I can get a nice thumbnail, and you can get a ridiculous amount of spending for the, I was going to say spending money, but I guess spending money for the event shop here. So it's a really, really good time to be running dungeons, getting Battle Pass XP. You'll be getting tickets that you can use to unlock the llamas over here, right in the loot section. So Fortnite Mirrors llamas give you a bunch of awesome stuff, and you'll be getting a bunch of XP. Now, the dirty secret of this spreadsheet is the fact that it kind of doesn't matter. I don't know of anybody who actually runs missions on loop just to get the Battle Pass XP, because you can see the XP cap up here is about 5.6 levels, and your quest XP goes on top of that. So I showed the daily quest just because it was an easy example. You can see you get a bunch of XP here, but there's also, I don't think the weeklies do it, but I think it's the other dailies. Yeah, so there's like a daily War Games quest that gives you XP. There's daily endurance that gives you Battle Pass XP, and you can do that every day, and that's honestly good to do, but you're gonna hit your cap pretty easily if you just play this game casually, doing your quests, going through here, cram session, brainstorm, whatever, listening to dialogue whenever there is any dialogue to listen to. You're gonna hit the max XP per day pretty easily, probably within 2 to 3 hours without even trying. And I kind of like that. You know, Save the World has a lot to offer. It's a good game that we can have a lot of fun with. And a lot of endgame players get a little bored, but that's true with pretty much any game ever. Like, I love The Witcher 3, and I was playing it moments before recording, but you know, at a certain point, you did it all. So it's kind of hard to keep going. And that's just true with any game. But with Save the World, if you're a new player listening to this, you've got a couple of years of great content to get through. And that's why I have the timeline prepared here as well. So dungeons are only available at certain times of the year. We are in the purple season right here, and it was not available in the green season last event, and then it's not available in the yellow, but it comes back in January. This is the blue section up here. So dungeons is here for about 40% of the year, and it's kind of a tricky thing when I make these Battle Pass XP videos and I'm recommending dungeons, but you can't play it, so it's kind of tricky. Even in that spreadsheet, Hit the Road is okay, it's at the very bottom, so I don't think anybody's gonna be upset to hear that, but that was last event. So it's really good to just see this and see everything coming back around. This is based on 4 or 5 years of data. None of this is guaranteed to repeat, but it is very accurate. I haven't had to change anything about this season whatsoever. Even Brainstorm came out on time. Spectral Blade just came out. Everything is on time. And then the cram session with the easy 10,000 gold is in there. It's a really good sheet just to keep up with things. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see more at once. But this will be linked in the description of pretty much every single Fortnite video I post. So if you want to stay up to date with like what's happening, I highly recommend seeing this sheet, because there's important things to note, like the discharger I showed earlier. This is one of the strongest weapons that everybody wants to pick up early. That's using a weapon voucher that's available through the Ventures quests, and I don't recommend vouchering it right now, okay? So this is what a weapon voucher is right here. So I don't recommend vouchering it because it's available next week. You don't want to grab that 4 days early, because vouchers are only available every 2 to 3 months. Adventure season is about 10 to 11 weeks. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Let's get out of here. You guys now have all the information you need to max out your Battle Pass without even really playing BR. Save the World. I max out my Battle Pass every season because I don't really play a lot of BR. I don't enjoy it anymore. I'm getting to that age. I'm 25 now. I'm old. I'm getting to that age where like competing in a video game and stressing myself out is not yielding the same amount of reward that it used to. So I don't really enjoy Battle Royale anymore. It's just not doing it for me. It's not worth the stress of getting angry at losing. So I have actually continued to buy the Battle Passes because I consistently max it out playing Save the World like once or twice a week on stream with you guys. It's pretty great, and that's it. I'm out of here. Subscribe, like the video, and yeah, I'll see you hopefully in some future videos.